What's up, everybody? I'm here with another book review. This time I want to talk about a book in the Shivers series. This is The Animal Rebellion. So before I get started, I do want to say that I finished this book about 2 weeks ago. I went on vacation and didn't have a lot of time to record this video. So my memory on this book is a little hazy, but I did look at my Goodreads review to kind of refresh my memory on it, and I do remember a little bit. I remember what most of this book is about, I believe, but not a lot happens. Spoiler alert, I guess. Yeah, this one was not one of my favorites in the series. The story itself follows this kid named Winston. He is going to go stay on a farm with his cousin and uncle for, I think, 2 weeks for vacation. And he gets off, I think, on an airplane or an airport or something. His uncle picks him up, and they're driving along the road, and he hears this noise coming from under the car. And his cousin, I believe, says that it's a ghost animal thing, and it turns out to be a prank. It's just like a loose muffler. There's a couple more pranks that happens between the two kids. When they get to the house, he goes into his cousin's room, and he's surprised to see that there's a computer. And Winston loves computer games and stuff like that, and, loves being inside and, all this good stuff. And he shows that, the cousin shows Winston that he got a ton of games for the computer for him to play. His dad bought them, just for him. And yeah, so they do a couple more pranks. I think it's Winston. He pretends to get electrocuted by a computer by turning it on. The other guy, Brad, he ends up pretending to fall and hits his head on the wall or whatever. Long story short, they make a truce not to pull pranks on each other. After this, they go outside, and they have a horse named, I think this one's named Tornado, I think, or either is it Demon. One of the horses bite Brad on the arm, and he acts like this is very serious, so, stay away from the horses. Late one night, he sneaks out, or the main character, Winston, sneaks out, and he runs into a chicken, or rooster, that tries to attack him. And he goes and looks at the games because he thinks this is tied together somehow. And he finds this game called Animal Killers, and it's in the game cover art thing has a picture of a horse like chewing limbs off of people or stuff, which is pretty crazy for a kid's book, I would say. But yeah. And that's essentially it. Like, there's not much more that happens. Towards the end, it has a pretty decent climax, I guess, with goats chewing on the outskirts of the house. There is animals trying to break in. They actually break a wall down, which is kind of insane. There is a really cool moment that kind of leads to nothing, but the main Brad tries to, or they both try to sneak up through the attic to escape from this animal attack thing. And when they're upstairs, they run into a bunch of rats. And the way this is played off is like there's like some big secret that's in the attic, and it's just rats. So the lead up to that was pretty good. But yeah. And I know this is kind of a brief review, but that's really it. The Animal Rebellion was not one of my favorite books in the Shiver series. That's like 70% of the book I just told you. Like, there's not much here. Yeah. I give The Animal Rebellion a 2 out of 5 stars. I think this is one of the more well-received books in the series, if I remember right. I remember seeing somewhere, maybe I think Spongy or somebody enjoyed this one. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, this was just not one of my favorites. Yeah, The Animal Rebellion, I give a 2 out of 5 stars. Not much more to say about it. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. I forgot to add that there is also a prank involving the cousin telling the main character that he was gonna put the video games in the guest bedroom, but it's like supposedly like really bad luck or haunted or something by the people that were murdered in there by this weird madman. So yeah, and it was like a crazy man from the woods or something. And I thought that was like the single most interesting thing that happened in this book. So yeah, I just really wanted to add that to it. So thank you. Bye bye.